cogs in her curious mind, scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Sail on a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renick the brain with numbers and might, forearms for eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse, unveiling the secrets in cosmic dance. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an age-old mystery, and Lockstitch holds the key.
Hello, everybody. Today is episode 7 of season 4 into the Starborne Melody arc. It's very excited. I'm hearing myself twice because I cannot find where I'm unmuted. There it is. So tomorrow we're doing a Valentine's Day event, like the date night with Allie Ann. It has evolved slightly. So, couple of things. In the Stream Loots place, we have hidden all of the item cards, and if you go into the item shop now, it is just nothing but Valentine's cards for tomorrow's event. We will be adding some more, but here are some of the ideas that we have. You guys can go ahead and grab those if you want. They are just like, you can purchase them. We have reduced the price for those, specific for the event ones. The item ones will continue to go on. The ones that I had another tab of this open. The other ones, though, such as like add a moment, submit a question and stuff, if they're not used, we will just scrap them for gems, and then you'll get the gems for them, because you don't want to just have the cards taking up your inventory that have no real need. But they are... There is a box of chocolates where you roll a 20-sider, and whichever side comes up, that's the side that piece of chocolate came from. Some of those are going to be very bad, but some of them are going to be very funny. There's the heart candy, which is just a simple 1 HP. There's the add a minute. So tomorrow, we will be calling people into the chat for speed dating, and we're going to randomly mix you guys up together. Some of you will get matched with each other, and some of you will get matched with NPCs. Some people will be able to play the NPCs, but there are also a good amount of them that are just going to be me. So we're going to have 3 minutes on the clock. We have a list of questions to ask off of our cue cards, and then we just see how the chemistry works between the two characters that are currently on the thing. It could be like literally, again, you guys talking to each other, you guys talking to Billiam, you guys talking to Allianne, or you guys talking to any of the other NPCs that are single. And also, feel free to get goofy with it. Then there is Take This Rose. It is just a rose that if you give to an NPC, they really like it. And they really like you, as long as it's non-hostile. Change seats. You get to decide who goes up next. There's only 3 of those, and they can only be played like once an hour. So if we go on for like 3 hours, then, you know. And then the submit a question, where you get to add a question to the card. Rose-tinted glasses, which make it all your tough choices better. And sexy lingerie, which is just a picture of Rupert with underwear on his head. Yeah, you always feel more confident when you're wearing your sexy lingerie. Also, we've invented spaghetti toes, which are spaghettios big enough to wear as toe rings. And then that's how you eat them. So that wasn't me. You can blame Van X for that one. Or I'm not sure how that conversation got started.
I think it was a group effort.
Yeah.
Good. Everybody work together. Look, my feet are cold right now, and I would like them to be in a little kiddie pool full of warm spaghetti toes. Is that so wrong?
No, those would definitely warm up your toes. Be
If
nice.
that's wrong.
They would warm up my toes, and then also I'd have a snack.
Oh,
Right? If that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
yeah.
If I can't eat things that are off my own toes. All right.
And before
So,
Nika just
yeah,
walks in and slaps your toes.
No.
I don't want to get slapped. Was there anything else? Oh, it was Ellie. I wasn't in when the conversation got started. Nika, was there anything else I needed to say? All right. And into today's game. This current group is on their way to Alkali. Well, in Alkali for the Turmeric Outpost with Avant-Garde to redesign. Well, not redesign. Help them rebuild. And I will introduce the players now. Toe Marinara. Toe Bouillabaisse. Alright, so we have Tlalli, played by Trixie.
Okay.
We got Clem, played by Van X. Yep,
no!
every time.
Hello? Is it working? No.
Yeah,
No.
You're fine.
Okay.
We got you now. One of these days, we're just gonna be gaslighting you when we do it.
I thought you were. But
The whole game is just like, oh. No, I was not. But
okay, good.
I have never gaslit you about it in the past.
No,
For the
I believe
future.
you. I believe you, but I worry sometimes. So I'm like, no, is it real? It's real.
We have Kui, played by Elliot.
Oh, hi there.
And we got Rosie, played by Carrie. Rosie's dead.
We're all dead.
Hello?
Carrie?
Hello? Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Excellent. Good. Alright. So here's what Turmeric Outpost is. And you guys have shown up with all of the stuff that the crew purchased to help rebuild. Like, we have that stuff, we have access to that stuff. As long as the person that had it and bought it is in chat and can like let us know exactly what it is. But so we do have some food, and we have the curtains and stuff and the cloth that Van X bought, that Clem bought. So we are showing up in the city. It looks like ruins right now. It was a stone-built city. It's covered in like salt because this salt spray has been going on for 100 years. Like, it is mostly torn down, but the people are really dead set on just like rebuilding it to the best that they can. Avant-Garde is here. He is super excited. He has a minivan full of art supplies that we can just say whatever that you want to grab out of that, and I'm perfectly good with that. This is Olin. Olin comes up to all of you, and he's just hilariously, this is going to be fun for Tallalli. Olin's just like, Officer Tlalli.
Hi.
Excellent. I'm thankful that you brought your group. And before anybody gets started, Avant-Garde just screams, "Hold on!" And he goes and grabs like work construction helmets for everybody, and everybody gets a construction helmet put on. He's like, OSHA.
That's right. You can't get another OSHA sighting.
They charge quite a bit. They're a very, very precarious group to work with. And Olin's just like, okay. And as he like adjusts his hard hat, and he's like, all right, so we freed the city. There are some streets that are more dangerous than others. There have been reports of salt wolves. Do you know of salt wolves?
Salt wolves?
Yes, they're sentient piles of salt crystal. They vaguely resemble a canine. And therefore they have gotten the title Salt Wolf.
Interesting. All right. I'm sure that my industrial-sized sandblaster that Avant-Garde brought for me in the supply pack will help get rid of these crystal canine.
That would probably... Avant-Garde's like, yes, that'll do it. And Avant-Garde's like, what did this place look like originally? What were we... It's like, and he has given you guys all brochures of what this place looked like 100 years ago. So, by all means, tell me what we're trying to do with this place. Like, I can give you some notes that I had, but what you guys are saying is like, we're not changing their culture or anything. Whatever you guys are saying is changing their culture. Like, is setting their culture from 100 years ago. We know that this was a bazaar city and a trade city, and they sold spices. But as far as like, how did they paint their walls and stuff? All the paint and stuff has been scraped off 100 years ago. So I really like, you guys have all the ability to just like, what colors, like how did they decorate, like what did they eat, all of that kind of stuff. That's up to you. So, Olin's just like, I'll show you guys around the city, and you guys can ask all the questions that you want. This is you guys' first time in the city after the rain went away, right?
I've never been here before.
Frog's just licking the dirt, which is just sand, by the way.
Does it taste good?
Salty.
It tastes amazing, for the record. Like, it's really quite tasty.
Just
I
gonna
wonder
grab a
if
handful
we're-
and stuff it in my mouth.
We should hook them up with like a salt mill so that they can like harvest their own sand to make salt to like,
Oh yeah.
use all the crap and the crud that's been sticking to all their stuff over these hundreds of years that it's been hurricaning. Utilize the
Good
wreckage.
idea.
They can make like salt
Abs-
mills and stuff and sell them. People can use them at their
For sure.
tables for their garnishes in the bars. Who doesn't like a nice salted rim on their margarita?
I think Olin's just like, taps his chin. He's just like, yes, like taking advantage of it. I'm sure we did that in the past. And he's like, that would explain some of the stuff that we found in that building. I think this building might have once been a giant windmill, but the wind like was too strong and ripped the windmill right off of it. Like,
Maybe we should build a new one.
I'm down if you guys just want to start just literal construction work right now. That's perfectly fine with me. What materials do we have on hand?
I've got my industrial size sandblaster for sure. I don't know about everybody else. What you got, gang?
I mean, would I be able to have my honey hammer? Because if I do have like the blue honey and the the porridge, and that's good for sticking things together
Ooh.
in construction. So
Yeah, that blue honey's the best.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Quee's just kind of like eating salt and is like, I'm better at breaking things. I'm honestly not sure why I'm here.
I also have acid. Like, if we need to like get rid of some debris or whatever, like immediately get it out of the way and get rid of it. Have that too. So.
I can make everything pretty with glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we have a bunch of these organic paints in this backpack over here.
Excellent.
We've got blood red and demon.
We have
black.
dried blood brown.
Oxidized blood.
Mm-hmm.
We have
We got
blue
shrimp blood here. So yeah, if you two want to get started on just like the construction project that is that, so Tallalli and Kui, like, I think this guy over here, this is Just, by the way. He's a beetle folk from Rue.
We love them
And
beetle
he comes
folk.
over. They're pretty all right. And he's just like, nice to meet you. I'm Just. And he puts his hand out to Kui.
She's like gonna kind of grab it and be like, I don't want to. It's not gonna fall off, right? Bug legs fall off really easy. I don't want to hurt you.
We do lose our limbs rather easily. This is true, but don't worry. I can shake a hand.
Oh, okay. Gonna vigorously shake.
He just shakes as well. He's like, all right, like really enjoying it. And like you hear him like laugh a little bit. It's clear he's been out of practice at laughing.
Yeah.
And he's just, so main thing is you all have contributed quite a bit of food to us, and that's excellent, and we do appreciate anything, but we want to start growing our own. Do any of you have any botany knowledge or how to set up a garden?
I do, but there's a problem with all the salt. Your soil's actually shit.
You gotta amend your soil, bro.
He nods. He's just like, yes, that is the main concern. We were hoping that one of you might have some, he mimes pulling a rabbit out of a hat. And he's like, maybe a magical solution, as it were.
No, I can't look at Trixie's sheet or Tallalli's sheet.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I literally forget about that every single time that I have to give you all permission now. I'm not. They started doing this recently. I also can't copy games as effectively as I used to be able to, and I'm very sad about this. Here we go. You guys should be able to be seeing your characters now. And once you know, Tlalli was on the bottom because that is how alphabetical order. No wait, yeah, that's how alphabetical order works.
Okay. There we go. Let's see.
So I'm gonna move you guys over here. This is the. They show you a massive, like, cleared out space. It was clear, like, you cannot see where a garden might have been. Like, you, like, as somebody who's good with nature and stuff, if you are used to where gardens are, you might be able to pick them out. It's just like maybe there was one over here, but if they were like planter boxes, they have long since rotted away in the storm. Clem and Rosie, you guys can go too if you want to, like, while they set up, just so we can all talk about ideas if we have them.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, all around this area that in front of you, like there's clearly a pathway down the middle. There's also a plane like right outside.
Sitting here thinking it was some kind of creepy siren, and I was like, oh.
Right? No, that's just we get a lot of air traffic in this area.
Air raid.
And I wish just fucking end it. No.
Wow.
I know. It got really dark all of a sudden.
Trigger warning, God.
But yeah, so can you guys roll me 20-siders?
Oh boy.
All four of you.
What's dice hat?
Nice. Oh, successes all the way around, and oh wow, okay, yeah. We got a 15, a 17, a 13, and a 19. All of you are very successful. Alright, so yeah, Kui, what did you find that is useful? Like with you, like, we'll just go in order. Like, something gives you hope here for the future. Like, and how did you find it? Like, you can be as chaotic as you want. Do you want to be like digging in the sand? You can do whatever you want. Or if you don't have an idea, I have an idea for you.
The only thing I could think of is that she might see like one singular little flower poking up at the top of a hill. And she's just like, oh my God, and tries to run up it and keeps slipping and falling and smacking on her face. But she's like, flower!
No, I do love that. Yeah. What's the flower look like?
I would say it's kind of smallish, white petals, a little pointy. No thorns, but just more pointed petals rather than rounded.
But it has poked like right out of the salt.
Yes.
Like there's a pile of salt on top of the soil. All right.
Mhm.
All right. So like, I think when you like gently like peel some of the salt back, you do see like underneath it deep though. Like, but deep down there, the soil is still okay, not great. Like, you got to get like, I don't want to say like a foot down because that feels like too far, but I don't know anything about how salting the earth works either.
You have to to fix it. You have to kind of leach the salt out with water. It's a complicated process.
I know. Like, just puts his hand on his chin, his little beetle chin. He's just like, okay. And how would we do that?
Build irrigation. stuff like that. You basically want to flood the fields.
My concern with that is, if the only water we have on hand with that much to flood would be the ocean, but that is even saltier than the land.
I could shift the season, but I don't know if you want to start raining again so soon.
Would it be a hurricane?
No. Unless that's normal for here.
Oh, we have a hurricane season. Even 100 years ago, we had a hurricane season. But we also have temperate rain seasons.
Then, yeah, I'd probably switch it to one of those. Let me see how this works. Manager. No. Oh. Okay, I have to roll a 20-sider.
I love whenever you guys have to roll, so go for it.
Okay. What was it?
Okay,
7?
so yeah, 7.
I choose
I've
the
got
season.
it. Alright, go ahead. Choose the season. Oh, yep. And you want it to just be like their rain season?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. One second. Maybe I can do this. Nah, I don't actually have it anymore. I used to have a clear, just rain to go over scenes, but I don't seem to have it anymore. But yeah, so it starts raining up. It will start raining. How are we gonna set up the irrigation thing? Like, and we don't have to like get into this with materials or anything. But do we have to like dig this place up?
Yeah. I can start working on that.
All right. Absolutely, Frog starts helping, which is just shoveling mouthfuls of sand into it and salt into his mouth.
It does
Rosie,
taste very good.
Absolutely. And Rosie, as like you see them digging around, I'm gonna use your 17 roll here. You see a statue that had fallen over and like was then buried in salt and was saved most of the eroding factors because it was just completely covered. What's the statue of?
The statue is of a giant sea snail holding a scepter and a flower in his hand that looks exactly like the one that Tlali found at the top of the hill, or whoever found it.
Absolutely. We're doing like a little archaeologist stuff to it, and we like uncover. And you said massive. Is it a humanoid
like a
sea
giant
slug, or is it? Oh, go ahead.
No, we're talking like a big ol' MF, like a big guy.
Okay.
Like,
It's a guy. Does it have arms holding the scepter?
Oh yes, it's got arms. It's like a man slug.
You see, just as you're brushing off what you found, and like it's gonna take a while to get the whole thing like cleared off. Just as like, and he runs up to it, and he like puts his like one of his hands over where I don't know where a beetle's heart is. It can't possibly be in the same spot as a human heart, right? Do they have hearts?
I'll Google it.
Thank you. like he covers himself and he does like a
They do have hearts. They pump the hemolymph throughout the circulatory systems through these hearts. Though these hearts are quite different from vertebrate hearts, some of the genes that direct heart development into two groups. So the beetle, where's the heart? I don't know. It's showing me where the vagina is, though. How many hearts do beetles have? One. It's in their abdomen.
Okay. So, yeah. You see, he just starts like rhythmically tapping his chest. Like, and it sounds like a like abdomen, sorry. And like it sounds like a beat, in a very specific beat. And like you start saying like you start hearing other people like whispering around, and like groups upon groups of these people are coming. Like they've been doing other jobs around town, sweeping up the salt, cleaning up, but like now you see like dozens of them staring at this statue that was buried. And all of them are like beating in tune with each other. And based on their shells, I think it almost sounds like xylophones.
That's cool.
Dance party.
Hell yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, they would love to dance.
Avant-Garde definitely has the karaoke system in the bag. We never leave the office without it, so don't you worry, lights and all. We'll have a dance party before you know it, guys.
So this is going on, like as this is happening, as they're like one of their hands is constantly continuing the rhythm. Most of them have 4 arms. Some of them have less due to, injuries. But as they're brushing off this massive statue, and Avant-Garde like comes up next to Rosie, he's like, "What's going on?"
Apparently we've unlocked or uncovered some ancient mythical slug person that just these guys are going crazy over him.
He nods up and down, and he's like, "Okay." He's
Not quite sure.
Clem, I'm gonna roll your 19 into this, if you don't mind. Your 19, for you, is because you spent some time with the mayor. You spent some time with a Willoughby.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize the residence is a language and stuff. There is definitely something to the way that they are beating their chest, but they are also dancing. Like, it looks subtle because they're just like moving. It looks almost like erratic movements, but no, they're dancing. And like they're telling the story of this great ancient figure of theirs.
Mm.
Do you have a name for this figure? This giant sea slug god king, maybe?
Let me see.
Slugma?
Let me see. Is it okay if I look something up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I did forget. My bad. I forgot
What did you forget?
Tlalli's other pet.
Snail.
There he is.
Oh,
Snail.
yeah. So well, in the meantime, let me think though. Like I feel like Clementine is watching them and
That's
trying
so
to like
cute.
and listening and trying to pick up what he can from it, and I feel like he's gonna get the name from that. And just I'm trying to figure out what is the name. What's a cool name? Let's see. Maybe. Okay. What's that mean? I'm sorry. I have an idea. I'm just trying to find a good. Okay, I think I have a name. Fine. I am thinking his name is something like. Yeah, I'm thinking like Atreus, probably. Like,
All
maybe
right,
something like
Atreus,
that. It
absolutely.
means like fearless, brave. Yeah.
Okay,
And like
yeah.
I think
So
that's the name that Clementine can make out from their what their dancing and their resonance and stuff. And then like I guess like I mean, am I able to like also like say a little bit more or?
absolutely, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know, like is this guy like is he like a leader of some sort? Because I feel like maybe like if he is like yeah like he's like I don't know like a like because the name itself means like fearless and brave, so I feel like he's like a courageous kind of like strong like leader figure. And I guess the flower maybe has like a meaning to it too, and this is like a whole like there's you know the styles. I don't know, like there's symbolism, like there's the meaning to this whole thing, and they're telling that story, I guess.
Absolutely, you can tell us what some of that means if you want to.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
unless you okay.
I don't have anything like in detail. Like I'm not sure because I don't want to take too long. I'm like Some I don't know. Like I mean maybe they were I don't know maybe because I'm feeling like it's like a tale of like old times like something that was like passed down and like yeah maybe he was like one of like an original settler from like you know like back then. This is like one of the remaining you know like just whatchamacallit like remnants like of that time, and it's you know been I guess preserved by the salt and stuff, but something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So like yeah, so all of these people, like this is one of the founders of Turmeric's Outpost. Thousands of years ago, this person lived, and the statue was huge.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've said that it's huge. How are we gonna get it? They before we start flooding this place to build the garden, which Tlalli, you're changing the seasons will definitely happen and work just fine. But they want to get this thing up and out of the ground first.
Okay.
They want this just like if we can get this at full height as a display, all of our people that have been scattered around Alkali, some of those that have even wandered into happenstance and made their new lives there, they will be reminded of home, and they will return. So, like, if we can get this up, and then with better construction and like a salt mill and gardens, this place can become a true city again. I'm thinking this is the size of the Statue of Liberty, personally.
You know?
Based on how big.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, instead of the thing, it's holding the flower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, holding the flower. It's just a
That's right.
just a sea slug Statue of Liberty.
There we go.
So cute. I love it.
It's actually pretty cool. I love that.
Yeah, for sure. And okay, and I'm actually gonna move our map real quick to see. Oop. So the outpost is here. We could be like right here, and like the have the flower light up. You know, it could be just like a big old lighthouse.
That would be
That'd
dope.
be cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Maybe that was an initial purpose of it, and we just kind of have to like dust it off a little bit and fix it up.
For sure. All right. Well, I guess, Quee, you get to blow things up if you want to. How are we getting this thing out of the ground?
Out of the ground? That is an
I mean,
excellent question.
I always have some extra bombs if you need them. I make some.
Bombs are fun. Bombs are very fun.
Or, we could throw the ground under it a little bit. I got acid for that too.
I seem to have misplaced something semi-important, which is my character sheet.
Did I not give it to you?
I'm not sure. You may have. And I'm just bad.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's an alphabetical order problem. I tried to give everybody all players the ability to control and see their sheets, but instead I just gave Alan the ability to control and see your sheets.
You are all
I think
good,
you two should be able to see your character sheets now.
Let's see. I could try scintillate. You could put some bombs around it and I could cast scintillate at it and see if it explodes.
Do it. I want to see explosions.
Oh yeah.
I need some fires. I need some explosions.
Alright.
Rosie puts her goggles on.
Yeah, if we're gonna be using
Clem?
some bombs. Yeah?
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, if you're using bombs, go ahead to roll me 2d20 because you were under Kai as a demolitions expert. Like you were trained by Tobias. Sorry.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like he because he doesn't want to ruin it or anything, so we'd know like okay these are like these blow up at the right intensity and like the right to where they're not gonna like ruin the statue either which way. So they're enough to get it loose and do the thing. So you'd pick the right size and the right intensity and all that stuff and lay them out. And you said roll 2d20.
Yep, 2d20.
Okay, making sure I typed that right. Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 12 gets it done. What makes it a 12, not a 20? Like something didn't go wrong, but you might not have the right materials. What is just like a little bit not great about setting this up?
Maybe it's too big. Maybe there's not enough ground covered.
Okay. It's so big that you just don't have. Yeah, it's again.
I don't think there's.
You got a lot of.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough like to kind of completely unearth it. I mean, it gets a dent, but it's not enough. Probably not enough, and I don't think Clementine would have expected like we'd need this much. So
right, it was like we didn't know we were unearthing a giant statue.
Yeah, because I mean, if anything, we could. This might be enough, but like I don't think it gets it all the way. Because like in terms of like it might be enough to like a starting point, and we can use other means. But yeah, I'm thinking that this maybe it wasn't enough.
All right, Quee. You said you were scintillating the bombs to explode, like once they were all placed.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not. Yeah, not enough coverage.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
I can do it. Nope.
Yeah, there we go.
Nope. Yes,
that
nope.
shows it, but that doesn't make the roll for us, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
11 does it. Okay. So your spell does it. We explode like the whole lineup of what Clem has set up with the explosives, but it barely gets it done. I'm not saying people got hurt, but people are definitely inconvenienced by this. Like the city is a little worse. Not terrible, probably covered in salt. And like, if you guys ever seen The Wire, like I think it was like what like they took down these one, or just in real life when they destroy giant buildings and the dust goes flying everywhere and coats like city blocks with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that like that is happening after Quee like does it. But what does the explosion look like, Quee?
I'm gonna say for like a hot second, you see bright colors because the salt mixing with whatever the chemicals are in the bombs. And then it's just like you said, an absolute cloud of just salt all over everywhere, everything, just mushroom cloud.
Actually, have like maybe this is no, never mind.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say like, what if on accident Clementine also, because he also maybe had like a just for a little bit of silly, like he also like, and maybe more inconvenience. He also probably maybe accidentally like slicked out some like glitter bombs, so like there's a little bit of glitter too in the air.
Absolutely, like some of those were just glitter bombs instead of high explosives. Like, well, they have a little bit of an explosive in them. This will help somewhat, right?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I ran out of bombs. Just puts out glitter bombs for the rest.
No, I love it.
He always has that on hand, so
Just here, ooh, pretty colors.
yeah. Adds to the
All right,
colors.
Tlalli and Rosie, you guys have a huge group of beetle folk behind you. Just thick dozens of them. Like all like some of them they're all refugees, slightly, like they're just getting their home back. So they're wearing scraps for the most part. Like but
Yeah.
they're very hardy, they're happy to be here. And just they're like, all right, what do we do? How do we get it up now that it's now that it's like loose? You guys see the statue like shake a little bit and like shift on its side so that you know that it's not stuck to the ground anymore. I do think that Snail though is purposely jumping from rock to rock and doesn't like standing on the salt ground, for the record.
Oh yeah.
We can give him booties though we can keep him safe.
Give him little
Yeah.
rocket powered skates. I'm sure that there's some prototypes left over.
Oh shit! Avant-garde like comes out of his
Yeah.
van, and he's just like, "Here we go!" And he just slips 4 roller skates onto Snail's feet. He's like, "Got it."
Oh, so
And
precious.
It's just a Tomb Squad. It's just the T with the super S on it.
I love it.
It's like a slightly more minimalist design this time. It's like, I am sorry that I didn't have 2 matching pairs. Like, the front 2 are basically like Converse as roller skates, and the back 2 are like knee-high boots. Like kinky boot style boots. But also roller skates.
I love it.
Well, as long as it keeps him out of assault.
He's just doing sick fucking stunts on these roller skates.
I'm sure. Has he been watching Tony Hawk Pro Skater videos? I would be. He needs to learn all the moves.
We do have a character named Tony Hawk in this game, I think. I think we do have a skateboarder.
Ooh.
Just Snail's been hanging out with Clem. Clem has a skateboard.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
In fact, he uses
all
it
you
all the
need.
time. Practices
That's all
it,
you need.
Practices and do some tricks.
So good. We don't have to worry about the snail burning and the
No, never.
the salt. See, true story. I saw my brother do that to a snail when I was growing up, and I punched the shit out of him for it. I still have
Good for
not
you.
forgiven him, and I was like 6 when it happened. I went to town. Fuck you, Jay. You know what you did.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
I'll beat your ass, brother. Knuckle sandwich.
I did. I really hit him a lot. But oh my god, I would love to just let's just start reaching out to celebrities. Hey, you want to play tabletop with us? So
I love it.
yeah. Now that we know the snail is safe, what's the plan to like lift this out of the ground?
Maybe we can like attach some ropes to it and then just have everybody use their manpower and just like pull this big daddy out of the sand. I don't know. What do you think?
That could work. I mean, I get a little bit of like, we're gonna and push it over here vibes, but you know, I've got no better ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very strong, so I definitely can't do anything on my own. So it's definitely gonna have to have teamwork for this one.
I am small and ready to brawl.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so like we just hook up giant cords to it, and everybody's just pulling. I'm going to roll for all of the people that are pulling. This 1d20 is for all of them. It's a 19 though, so yeah, I think you guys' plan works. That just like the Beatles, you hear that rhythm really get going. The rhythm that they're pounding onto their abdomens. And you all feel it in you that like, no, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
It does not seem like you have enough. Like you have 24 Beatles avant-garde and you four are strong because we know that you guys are basically superheroes. But you do just, I think it, and you almost said it like it was a shot in the dark. It's like, yeah, let's see if we can do it. And then you guys started to figure out that you can.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how strong you are. But it's like lifting at a crazy amount. Like everybody is in like sequence with each other, like pulling with the rhythm. And something that should have taken months to like get out of the ground just basically pops right out of the ground and starts like sitting where we found it to begin with. There we go. I did the best I could, guys.
Ah, nice. I love that actually. Yeah.
Get it. Look at this thing. I love it.
Legit.
Super.
So, yeah, like you do see some of them look at Tlalli and then look at it, then look at Tlalli and then look at it.
No.
That are
No.
you sure?
No.
No? Okay. Snails just jumping, like not jumping around, just roller skating around, like in circles, leaving tracks everywhere. And you all feel like really comforted. Like once this gets as high as it goes, so like when it finally just resets completely and just slams into the ground, it's almost humming, you know? And those flowers glow them, like begin glowing themselves a deep, like the dead center of them is the deepest yellow, like the spiced turmeric in real life. Like that is what it looks, the center of it looks like of the petals, but the petals glow with like a very nice white light just oscillating. And you all do feel just like there is a solemnity. There is a tone here that everybody's just like kind of praying to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a very strong sense of, yeah, things are about to get better for these people. And then like after like that moment of quiet, we hear this a small crack of thunder as Tallalli's rainstorm starts happening. and begins just washing away the salt. And they all just get right to it. You see them like carving into the ground so the rain can get deeper and like get it away. You see a lot of them putting out jugs and stuff to catch all of the fresh water. And yet, gardens are good. These gardens are gonna grow really well. What are we gonna plant here, though? Like,
We'll probably plant
Cabbage.
something well in desert areas.
Okay. What do we got? Like, what do we think, like, already grows here? Because we don't have to, like, again, we're not, like, changing what their culture was, like, replacing their culture. We're just figuring it out. Did they have, like, a storage of seeds somewhere?
I kind of was.
Oh, I'm
thinking
sure.
something, maybe.
I'm sure that they had a bunch of heirloom seeds. You know, if they were, civilized and stuff, I'm sure that they had a bunch of them stored away for, when the good times were rolling again.
I kind of have maybe an idea for something, maybe. But
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I was thinking like maybe like if you were to like look a little bit deeper, like maybe there's like whatchamacallit, maybe not exactly potatoes, but something like a potato, or like they kind of grow there, so they're
A
kind of, like,
legume
spread out.
of some sort, a root veggie.
Yeah, something like
like
it's
a
down there.
rutabaga. I bet
Yeah.
you they got rutabagas and yuccas up in here.
Like there's something that was
That's so
growing that they could
sandy.
grow.
I
Yeah.
bet there's coconuts or the equivalent too as well.
Do you find coconuts way underground?
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they're underground coconuts. Maybe
Are
the
they
hard shells.
potatoes? Are they potatoes with really hard shells? Is that what we're inventing? Like really shelled?
I do think maybe it's like a hard shell like potato in terms of like the shell on the outside's like kind of hard, so you kind of have to like break into it. But then inside it's like a potato, or like kind of like like what do you call it? Versatile like a potato, and like but you can also use the skin, and you can also eat the skin. It's just hard to break into. So like you can maybe like crackers out of it, chips, and then the inside could be used for like probably what you make with potatoes. Like various things you could make. Fries, mashed potatoes. Whatever.
That is a really good way to store ground underwater, for sure. Absolutely. Like, imagine if it's wet potatoes. I'm thinking that like these kind of things, like we could just find one and put it like on a fire, and then pull it off the fire, crack off the top, and just eat it like mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Nice. I want a giant potato. Thank you.
I want French fries.
And they are pretty big. I do
fries from
imagine
this
them
place.
like head size. They're like big. So.
All right,
like
so
coconut.
we found some heirloom seeds. Rosie found in a shed, and then Clem like comes out of the ground with these two ancient like bowling ball size. We think. Or okay.
Bowling ball
I
size
think
is
they're
good.
heavy too.
Oh yeah, no, they're heavy. They're gonna be really filling, really good. Lots of
There's
meat in
definitely
there.
a moment, Clem, where you freak out and you think this might be a buried cannonball.
Oh, he's gonna examine it, but he's like, oh, actually, like, he would actually start being really excited because this is food. It's not a cannon.
This looks delicious.
Because he would even like knock on it a little bit, feel it, and be like, oh, this isn't a cannonball.
Absolutely, yeah, okay. I love it. We have bowling ball sized potatoes with skin as hard as coconut skin, but can be eaten. Unlike, but not furry like coconuts.
No,
Right.
it's like
So
it's like a
smooth.
rock. Yeah, it's smooth, like a rock. Maybe a little bit rough depending on where you found it, but
Right.
Is it just like
Yeah.
potato skin, as thin as potato skin is, but it's just crazy hard?
I think it's a little bit thicker, like the coconut skin, but it is still like potato skin. Just that's why it's kind of like harder and like a little thicker. So like that's why you can make chips out of it. So like when you
Yum.
make the potato, you can have like a potato chip and then the actual potato on the inside.
Oh, yum! I'm so
Layered
hungry.
potato. Layered potato, basically.
You just listed what you were eating.
Ah,
Okay.
Rosie's losing her mind
I-
over here.
I mean, I didn't, but like, I mean, I would like to eat this.
Just okay. All right. So
But I was
giant,
thinking of
very
potatoes
round.
because we've got them. Yeah.
How many things
I
of
love it.
fries do you think we can make per potato with all this salt around here?
Yep, that's what I was thinking too. Like, it probably tastes really good with the salt encasing it. So like,
Oh,
yeah. So it's like been marinating down there too for a while. So like, it's probably
oh
really good.
yeah, that's like good.
And like, I feel like there's some around here more, but like, got these two. These could be good.
This is like gourmet, like fucking
And you can grow these here,
carbohydrates,
like
guys.
natively.
This is like
ooh.
gourmet French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Frog is all about this. Like, there's just a food conversation, and just like you just see Frog's like, there's so much saliva coming out of his mouth.
I'm about that life.
It's like, okay, windmill, salt grinding mill. Number one thing we have to build. Number two, apparently a giant pot to fry things in,
Oh yeah.
or just a fry restaurant.
Mhm.
Do any of you have any like magic for that? Like, I know we have magic for like to create food over, not food over and over again, but water over and over again. But do any of you have any like nature magic to like make things grow?
I don't think I do.
Let me look.
Sadly, I do not. I can make illusions of things growing.
That's just the rudest thing I've ever heard.
I don't think that's
Hey,
very
That's
helpful.
a tease. Yeah.
What's command nature? I can grow things slightly, apparently.
Mm.
I can make things sprout.
Alright, that'll get us started. If you wanted to try that, like we could say that this is over days. Like we come back like the next day as we're getting all the. We come back here after our potato party. Where?
Actually, like, because like wild font does work on like if you need more of it though, in terms of like more seeds, I could make more like because it works
Right.
on grain too. So like I could technically make more seeds with wild font too, so we have like more abundance of the seeds too. So
Oh yeah, if Tlalli and Clem want to give me rolls, we could get this garden really going.
okay.
Ooh, a 3's rough though.
Oh, let's see.
Do I have a card?
Okay.
A 12 is still a success. We'll take the higher number. For sure. Unless you wanted to change it to a 20 or you wanted to re-roll or anything.
I don't think I have any more reroll cards.
So yeah, I mean, absolutely, we can we'll clear this place out, and it's a budding garden growing the. Sorry, what other than these giant potatoes were growing? Rosie, you said, is it just more potato type things like yams and stuff?
Oh, I said rutabaga, but then I said yucca
Rutabaga.
because yuccas always be growing in the desert. Because I know when I'm playing 7 Days to Die, that's all I got out in the desert. Some yuccas, some cacti probably too.
Okay, we got some succulents.
We could come up with some cool tropical type fruit too, probably.
Agave.
Try some seeds.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you guys can like full on get this thing. Yeah, our internet's going real slow. I've noticed it a couple of times.
Mine cut out earlier.
Terrible shame. So yeah, like we've got fruit growing. Because now I have to ask, what's the fruit like?
When I do one, maybe.
Star fruit.
Fruit.
Star
The fruit
fruit?
that grows.
Yeah.
The fruit that grows here is definitely like a star fruit. I bet it's sweet and salty, and it's just so juicy and delicious.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I bet these star fruit, yeah. So, are they? We don't need to get into it unless we really want to. But I think that these things are going to be hugely popular for trade. I think this is probably the most valuable, not the most useful, because I think the potato and the popoku nuts. That's bad. Potato nuts. We'll get there. The potato coconut situations are the most they're the best for eating. Like the survivability of this city is raised by so much because those exist, and also they're good for trade too. But these star fruits are considered exotic.
Right. They're gonna bring in the big bucks.
It's we can trade these for money, easily. All right, absolutely. So we've got some fruit, we've got rutabagas, we've got cacti, the succulents, whatever the wood that Carrie kept yelling out was.
I don't even remember because I'm stony baloney.
Yucca? Yuccas?
Oh, yucca!
I don't know what a yucca is.
Yucca! It's I don't know. They look like little turds that grow on a little palm tree. I know that you can make yucca juice out of them, and it lowers your. I think it cools you off in 7 days to die, so you don't overheat. That's all I know about them, but I know they are real, and they exist out in the West. I don't live out in the West, so I don't know, but they're there.
Apparently,
They're
Akana
real.
says everybody agrees with you. Nobody's calling you a liar. I wasn't calling you a liar.
My friends got my back. My friends got my back in the chat. I see that. I appreciate all of you. They do look like little turds. I swear to God. Play 7 Days to Die on the PlayStation. You'll know what I'm talking about. They look like little rat poops. Little rat poops.
Akana gets yucca fries at a Peruvian chicken place. I don't know where in the world this Peruvian chicken place is, but canonical, there's a chicken place that sells that sells these fries in this place.
It sounds delicious.
It's a Turmician place. Place and chicken place. That does mean that these beetles eat chickens, though.
Beetles will eat anything.
They will, right? All right.
Yeah.
So we have fixed this place's garden and exponentially increased their trade. For the record, you four.
Nice.
And also made this a destination that people are going to want to come to. Avant-Garde is going to mention it. It's just all right. Now that this place is more set up, looking at this, I think eating potatoes, hash browns for breakfast one day, looking at you guys, because this is over a course of multiple days. It's just looking at you, and you're all right. Here we go. We're inside one of the makeshift homes, and he looks around. It's just, if they're gonna have more trade and more commerce, people coming in checking out the place, we want it to look nice, presentable. And it's just but this is all we've got. Beige.
I think it looks nice, but that's just me. But I understand. It does give me some Tatooine vibes. We can definitely spruce this place up and just, make it a little bit more colorful for you, my friend.
It's like, oh, not for me, obviously. If it was up to my full designs, I'd rework the whole place. Like, the whole city, ground up. It's just like, it's not, this isn't my look. You've seen my home. And he's just like, nowhere near colorful enough. But that's not how they were originally. And she's like, based on the giant sea snail statue and other statues that we found around the city, they seem to have decorated a lot with shells and other nautical themes. Rosie, when you were using the sandblaster the other day, did you come across any like colors that they used for painting their homes as you blasted the sand off?
I did, actually. I found this beautiful deep purple. I'm not sure where they got it from, but I did hear whispers of a certain ink that came from a certain fish. And that's what they were used to make this beautiful dark purple color.
A funny thing I learned about the word purple today is the word purple comes from what the Greeks called the seashells that they used to make purple dye with.
I love it.
That works out.
Okay. So we're gonna go like combing the beach for... I'm down.
Yeah, we just gotta look for all these dead fish corpses up on that wash up on the beach, and then we can harvest their ink sacs and make this amazing purple paint.
Oh, cool.
But these are discarded ones, or like...
These are ones that have succumbed to either their age or, the sea. Cause she a mighty beast out there, eh?
I've heard. Alright, so I'm just going to use this map again. I think of all of these craters are where, like, cannonballs at one point in time struck near the outpost of Turmeric, all the way up to, where the beetles lived. Like, this whole place was just peppered by cannonballs. So there's tons of, like, little, like, ponds created. But they're not being attacked anymore. How do we find these, How do we find them?
Well, you stick your hand in the hole. And if you feel one, you got one.
I'm just gonna jump into the hole.
Solid.
It's huge.
I guess you could use a net if you'd rather not stick your hand or paw into the hole.
Yeet.
Oh, are we all just jumping in? I'm down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Sure.
fox, so I don't care. I'll get in there. I'll eat anything. I'll get in there.
Clem doesn't
Let's
mind
get
either,
it.
so
Let's get it.
I mean, if it's deep enough to dive in, he'll dive in.
Avant-garde just
in there.
shrugs.
You've got like a bunch of arms. You could be going in all the holes, sir.
Oh shit, he could be. He's like, fine, and he just climbs out. He's just up there just fishing in them. Alright. Wait, what did I... Here we go. So yeah, there's a bunch of them. Like, just the shells down there, but you do happen upon an absolutely like, if these guys are basically the size of, chickens,
Alright.
this guy is about the size of a elephant. Just like
What do we got?
Big guy.
like squelching across the bottom. Like, in it, you see this one like scooping up the shells of the fallen and just like crunching into them.
No! He's eating our earth supplies.
No.
our authentic art supplies.
God damn it.
Sir. Rosie pokes him with a long stick. Sir, would you please stop eating our art supplies?
Its one eye stalk goes back into its head very, very slowly. Just, it's definitely like turned its head to look at you, but at the same time, it has a much more anthropomorphized mouth than most snails, and you just hear this, like as you like hear the shell cracking in its mouth as it's chewing way too long. Like these things are very, very chewy.
Bruh.
Well, we probably have time to pick up the other ones then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just
Let's
pick them up.
scoop the others as many as we can before Homeboy eats them all.
Yeah, absolutely. All of you, give me 20-siders and tell me how you're snatching these up. So we'll say there's like dozens of them on the ground, but this guy is like a street sweeper.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, so we got 2 tough choices and 2 successes. Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. Oh yeah. So yeah, 2 tough choices, 2 successes. So Rosie, you and Clem are able to like get a whole bunch of them. Like, how did you guys successfully grab like a? How many are we gonna say that you guys can grab? Actually, how are you grabbing them, Rosie?
I turned on my rocket-powered skates that are waterproof and do work underwater, and I just started thooming across in a line and just snatching all these little slug corpses or whatever they are, crustacean corpses up in my little rucksack, and they're just landing right in there as I'm sweeping right across from them. They're just plowing right into my rucksack.
Done. Yeah, absolutely. So just got a big old bag full of fucking chicken-sized fish shell.
Yeah, it's like
corpses.
5 times the size of me. I'm like having a really hard time. My rocket powered skates, I don't know if they can pull much more weight. That's how many awesome sized chicken crustaceans I got.
I fully support it. And
Okay.
Clem, how do you manage to catch the one more? How do you catch one more? So like we know that she's holding 5 times her body weight.
I mean, like, what do you mean about like one more? Like one more, or like more, like more times?
Literally, just you catch. You catch enough more than Rosie that people know that you did catch more because you got an 18 to her 17.
Oh, okay. No, making sure that's what you meant. Because, like, yeah, no, I figure,
Yep.
I mean, because Clement, I feel like, maybe, in general, I feel like he can carry more. So, like, he's just able to, and he also has a sack, and he's just kind of scooping them up, and he's just filling it up. So I figured I just feel like he's just able to carry a little bit more. So.
In my head, Clem, have you ever seen people, like, doing the, like, picking stuff up on a beach with, like, the grabby things?
Mm-hmm.
Little like grabby hand things. You just have your honey hammer out and it's doing the grabbing of the shells and you just putting them in your sack.
Yeah, that's the thing though too, like to make it a little bit fun. 'Cause he has been practicing like using it for like, you know, doing projectiles and like using the honey to like you know, like shoot out and then like break off. But instead of doing that, he's kind of using it as like little like goo, like little yo-yo kind of like lasso, and just he's probably doing it that way for fun. And now he's just sticking it back and forth into like his sack. So he's kind of like, and he's kind of practiced enough to where it's kind of like quick, like a little like slingshot back and forth. So I figure that's how he's getting them, and he's just having fun with it.
Absolutely love it. So, Kui and Tlalli.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are like grabbing them up the same, and like you're keeping your distance from the big big snail. Oh, the police are coming. But you both at the bottom, here's your tough choice. you guys have grabbed up a decent amount, a respectable amount. You filled like a normal sized backpack with them already. And you could keep going. But both of you, right next to the snail, see a large one that its color is so vibrant. Like, it's the most beautiful purple that you've ever seen in this particular shell, and you know that you could make an amazing paint, an amazing color, like probably the most accurate to the time period color with that paint from that shell. But the big snail is just about to reach it.
I bite the big snail.
Nice.
Let's go.
Alright, so yeah, Tlalli, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. Like, you have a hold of it, and it's just shaking back and forth. The water is like getting really turbulent right now. Rosie, at your skates get like caught in an eddy, and now you are upside down.
Oh no!
Like as your rocket power skates are just taking you like in like kind of a whirlpool.
Oh no!
Clem, it's bad, but you don't lose anything. But Cree, what you see is that shell is stuck in the ground a little bit, like it's stuck in a crevice. It's gonna take some work to get it free.
Let me think. How do free beautiful shell? So it's wedged in a crevice. Can I use loosen?
I do not see why not. That's very funny.
Nice.
Okay, well.
Yeah, success. So Tallalli has a hold of this thing with the we don't know if axolotls have teeth in this world situation. But I still guarantee. Go ahead.
Oh, axolotls have 4 teeth. They're weird.
They have 4 teeth?
Yeah, they're big. Like, they're long in their mouth. But yeah.
Hold on. This has been the most time I've spent on Google doing one of these games.
They're not, like, sharp or anything, but...
See. Not cute.
It's like I would fully accept that when Tallalli bites you, they mean business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tallalli's sinking those 4 teeth right into this thing as it's like shaking around. Cree just walks up and it's like, what does casting loosen look like?
It kind of just looks like she's like wiggling her fingers. So like Tlalli's biting the shit out of a snail, and you just see Quee there like woo, squinting as she wiggles her fingers at the shell in the ground.
For sure, and it just like plops out of the hole, and like it feels like, you remember the sense of like peace and accomplishment and the you're gonna do it, like you guys are gonna get this done feeling that you had from the statue the other day. Basically you're getting it again just from this color and holding this shell. Like the shell itself feels like really, you're very, very proud of what you've done here.
I am.
Tlalli, how's it going with this? Like, we don't have to, like, you don't have to fight this thing at all. Like, it is, like, you bit it. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with you. It's like, is it continue? Because Frog is biting too.
Well, of course. We're bros like that, but...
Yeah, fuck yeah. But, like, we don't have to kill this thing if we don't want to.
Nah, we're gonna let it go. After, like, we get the shell. Or after they get the shell.
Absolutely. So, Quee, you've got this absolutely beautiful shell. Not that Rosie and Clem, all of you guys' shells are like really good, but this one is like the pinnacle. You know what I mean?
Good specimen.
Just for the record, I do not have this town painted purple ready to go, so we're just gonna have to like work with it. So, okay, you guys return to Avant-Garde, and he's just like astounded with the hall. And he's just like, did they paint all of their homes? Like, and like we've got like millions of shades of this purple. So, repainting the town. Yeah, what else do we want to do? Like, how do we make this town better? Like, what else haven't we fixed up? Because, like, we're making it look better. People are already working harder because of the statue out there, and, like, they're sweeping the streets. It's, like, got a nice rain going on out there. Like, it's rainy season, so it's not raining all the time, but, you know, we're getting the water gone, and we're growing a nice garden.
There's a fountain.
We need a fountain.
Yeah.
Oh. Is this gonna be a decorational fountain, or do we think it's like a well type fountain?
Both.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, why not both?
Yeah, for sure. Avant-Garde's just like, yes, a centerpiece, a place where everybody can come and talk around the cooler water. I see. But and he's just like, excellent. We'll dig a well. Like, absolutely, we'll get everything started. Fun. Does anybody know how to locate fresh water?
Yeah.
You look underground.
I've seen where people get 2 metal rods and they bend them, and then they like cross back and forth. I think it's called drowsing.
Yeah.
Dowsing rods?
Dowsing
Yeah.
rods,
Maybe like that?
Like, Avant-Garde looks over. She's like, that is fantastic, and that works.
Allegedly.
Definitely works. I use them all the time.
It's just, well, yeah, let's do that. Do you have the metal rods? Do we need to make the metal rods?
You can use sticks too. Everybody grab some sticks.
Oh, we're all doing it. Okay. Not too long later, you have Avant-Garde, Yent. This is Yent. Yent's a giant crab guy. He's very excited to see you all and the work you've been doing around town.
Hello, buddy.
He's like, oh my god, I love you. He gets close to Rosie. He's just like, Rosie, can I call you Rosie?
Yeah, of course.
He lifts his sleeve, and on his like carapace over shoulder, you just see Tomb Squad and an S.
I love it. Rosie takes out her permanent marker and autographs his arm. There you go,
Wait,
buddy.
Is the permanent marker, like, I accept that it is permanent, fully. Absolutely, no doubt. But are you just saying that's a tattoo gun?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a permanent marker.
You don't have to do the tattooing, but does it hurt?
Only if you want it to.
Goodness.
It's a magic marker.
Oh, fuck you. All right. Everybody roll me 20 siders to douse.
Let's douse this. We got this. Let's douse.
No, you knew Queen would be bad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we got 8, 4, 10, and 10. Oh. So, as you're dousing, you have a tough choice for I'm just gonna because 10's the highest, so it's just like here's you guys' tough choice. You can find a source of water, but cracking down through it is basically in the middle of the city where people are already living. You're gonna have to make another roll. It's just gonna be one roll, and for all 4 of you. If it is tough choice, if it is 6 or higher, you guys can make it down without any massive structural damage. But if we roll a 1 to a 5, we are destroying some of the homes that we already went really hard to work and paint up and make look better. But you still, no matter which one, you will get the water. If you do go down. Just finding a... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Please.
I was just saying that finding a clean water source for them is tricky because they haven't had it in 100 years. That is why, it's down there. They had an aqueduct / water system before Alto showed up and caused them problems. But it's also very dangerous to get there.
I want to go down the hole. I want to look for the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, townsfolk.
They all stand back. So, yeah, Rosie, I think you got to be the one that gives us that roll. Just as long as it's over a 5.
All right.
15 is 10 over a 5, so we definitely did it. All right. So, yeah, you guys... The city... You have to crack right through a city street, basically. Sorry, Seth, I actually said we couldn't change that one with cards. But she already succeeded, so don't worry about it. No.
Appreciate, though.
Yeah, totally.
Appreciate.
You have a big-ass aqueduct underneath underneath the ground. The
Good lord.
city street was
Look at the
super
size of these
fragile.
aqueducts. Oh my goodness.
I like how I just keep copying avant-garde into all the situation.
This place is dank. I like it.
It really is. Tlalli, as you guys crack that a hole through this place and fresh air is coming out from underneath it, you smell something in the wind that reminds you of seasonal. Strongly reminds you of seasonal.
I want to go home.
You see Frog do the snatches his head back and forth he smells something familiar. And Avant-Garde's just this is ancient. It's are we all rappelling down? Do we just got ropes?
Yeah, that's chill.
And just like, so like down here, Tlalli, we played a different game in the seasonal world with you, but you were a wizard. Did you ever? I imagine your character must have met him and must have been near him. Like something down here smells, and the best way I can put it is something down here smells like turmeric. Like, and that's true for everybody. Like everybody smells like that spice, and it's like I don't know how to describe the smell of turmeric, but it's fine. It's very earthy. But to Tallalli and Frog, it's kind of earthy, but also smells a little bit like patchouli.
What's patchouli?
Yum.
Hippies.
It smells
Oh.
like Cornell University.
It smells exactly like Ithaca, New York.
It smells like Ithaca, New York, baby.
Okay.
It smells like you're wearing sandals. Me and patchouli got a weird relationship as a smell. But yeah, so down here, couple things that you notice. These pillars are what the architecture above must have looked like before all of the erosion. Like they are, like, tell me some things about them. Like don't base it on this image. This image was created forever ago for something else. So, but I do want it to be an aqueduct. Like what is special about the way that they look? Are they inlaid? Are they like engraved? Like what's going on with them? Basically, I'm asking you guys all these questions because, like, if we actually fix up the outpost, like, I want to commission updates eventually on a lot of cities. So I want you guys to tell me what the city's going to look like after it looks repaired.
Sorry, I'm just tired.
No, you're
Probably-
good. You're fine.
Okay.
I like think of like the lost city of Atlantis, but just like not all fucked up and underwater. Like beautiful before the rocket took off and went back to Mars or whatever planet the aliens that lived there
Okay,
came
I
from.
gotcha.
I mean,
Alright,
I'm
absolutely. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I
Go
mean,
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not sure. Like, I mean, I'm thinking maybe like they're like textured in a specific way, like, maybe like the way that like kind of like I guess keeps the salt off of it so it doesn't like erode and everything. Like, it's intact
Alright.
and everything. Yeah, like it helps with the structure and everything. Like it's like there's like the intent in like the way it's like textured and everything.
Okay, because the sea has always been salty, and they do have a hurricane season. Like, it's
Mhm.
protected against some... Is it, like, enameled?
Yeah, maybe. Like, I figure, like, it's just something, like, it's, like, maybe, like, deeply engraved and also just kind of, like, in a way to, like, make it more, like, sturdy and, like, just, like, more practical in terms of, like, the way it's done. So.
Okay, yeah, so, like, I love it. I love the fact that they're looking forward to... They're looking out for the fact that the area was, like, a dangerous place to build things out of stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's probably why they're still probably why they're still standing and still in good condition.
Love it. And we can get the water down. We can get the water straight out of this. You guys can taste this water. Frog probably already is. It is. I'm not gonna say it's the best water in the world because I have a specific water in this world that I think is the best water in this world. But it is clear, crisp, alarming in the lack of salt. I think because if you've all been spending like a week here, like getting all of these like furnishings done, that everything, you guys' tongues have been like coated with salt this last week. But this is completely saltless water.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Unless completely saltless water is somehow actually very terrible for you, and I don't know that, but like...
I was having another
Oh, I didn't mean to move you guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find out, like, I'm thinking, where is this water from, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where's it flowing from?
This is going to be under the ocean at some point, or like this stream either comes from, which way does it come from, guys? Does it come from the south, the east, the north, or the west?
East.
East, all right. So, all right. I think I know where we can get this water. I think that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, everybody roll me a 20-sider real quick. 20 though.
Well, damn.
Ooh.
Is anybody? I was really hoping for a 1 right there because that would have been hilarious to me. But Quee, as you drink, do you drink this water or are you studying it? Or we're like...
Oh, she's absolutely drinking. Just slurping
it's just like,
it up.
It tastes wonderful. Especially based on the fact that you've been eating and drinking nothing but salty beverages for a while. And like, as she drinks it, Rosie, Tlalli, and Clem, you all notice Quee's like rainbow hair starts like vibrantly glowing.
Ooh.
Makes me sparkle.
Did you get a new shampoo, girl? That looks beautiful.
Thank you. You should try it. I think it's the water. Very good for your skin. I'm assuming.
Oh. Is this like the fountain of youth? Because I can dig it.
Quee, and this is a fun question for Elliot. In the world of seasonal, when you were a wizard, you were a capital W wizard. It did not mean a class, it meant almost a race. Like when your latent wizard powers were unlocked, no matter what you were, anything that could breathe could become a wizard. So like a duck could become a wizard and you become sentient, fully sentient. You can talk if you want to. Like, what? And they have ridiculous wizard powers. Nika's character can make a potion out of anything. Literally anything. Ceylon, Twi's character, can sing to crystals and have them do things. Like, that is just her wizard power. Katori can stitch things into reality. That is her wizard power. What would Quee's wizard power be? And you don't have to, like, get it detailed yet. You can just come up with one part of it and we can work on it.
She was originally a bard when I first created her, so it would definitely have something to do with music. And she played the violin. So something with the violin and music. God, that's hard. Giving me too much power.
Absolutely fine. Like, yeah, we can. We'll work on it behind the scenes situation. But like, I think everybody hears like like triumphant violin music behind Quee right now. Like, it's definitely being generated by Quee, but it also just sounds like a backing track all around you guys.
So you see her eyes glittering and just like, oh shit. This can't be good.
So yeah, Avant-Garde's just like, this seems risky. We're gonna wanna like, and he motions around. Like, there are further tunnels into these aqueducts, but they are currently blocked off. by like the city being destroyed above you, things collapsing. Like, you guys have all the fresh water the town would need. But like, and if we want to explore this further, it's gonna have to be a different game where we come down here and explore this stuff.
Okay.
But we could definitely like set up like the idea of starting to clear this up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, this water is ridiculous. That's not gonna happen for everybody. It's not like there's a 1 in 20 chance of it happening. But if you're somebody that uses AP and you drink this water from the spring, shit can happen. So, do we need to set anything up down here? Or like, what does the fountain look like, Tlalli?
Big snail shell.
Is it just the same fountain that you guys made for the present, basically? No, wait, you guys made that into a boat. It's just a fountain that looks like a boat? No.
Sailboat.
And like, yeah, it's working. It's a big fountain. I don't know how like hydro pressure works, but like, I'm gonna guess you guys figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you have like, this is the only well right now that they have that's constantly pumping fresh water, but there's enough of it that people can come and like fill it up. And I think in the future we're gonna like be like drilling other holes into that well, into the aqueducts once we figure out what's safe, and then we can go down and explore those sections of the aqueducts, and I think that'll be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let's drink more magic water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's drinking it and just like so happy. Like in I think the fountain's got to be covered at least a little bit so that the salt doesn't get in it. Oh, it's a magic fountain. This could be a magic fountain. Doesn't let salt in the water.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the Purina fountain. No, wait, no, not Pure. Brita. It's like, thank you.
Okay.
The Brita fountain. All right. And like the last thing that I had like booked to do was, it's like, and I hate to bother you again, but a lot of people are like losing. Like, we don't want to go down certain alleyways because of. As it looks back and forth, it's just like they call them the salt wolves. Do you guys like mind? And like, we're not asking you to kill them. We're not asking you to kill them. Just relocate them.
Well, where are
I
they
guess.
usually? Yeah.
It's just like section of the city. We don't go down there much right now. It's a little bit worn down, but we want to start like cleaning it out. It's definitely like the far end of the city. It's definitely a spot that you guys have not been yet. Here, I can move us to there. Is it? Where am I right now? Here we go. And like, you guys will see them. It is a pack of they are about the size of Pomeranians. But that's just the front of them. Like the front half of a Pomeranian that goes into a boa constrictor.
Ooh. They're actually really cute,
Nope.
but
And like, they're pure white. They are covered in salt, but they are not made of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of them hisses at you, and imagine a Pomeranian mouth opening the same way when a snake eats an egg and it like shows off its fangs. That's what you're seeing.
I hiss back.
See that?
Oh shit. Roll me a 20-sider. Intimidate him. It's a tough choice. It spits at you, like you see like a little bit of like it literally shoots venom at you. Like you're able to dodge, but you know enough about the animal world. You are being challenged for leadership of the pack. It took your hiss as a challenge.
So I guess I have to throw down?
Yeah, if you want it. Yeah, absolutely. We can throw it down. Like, Avant-Garde's just like, hands everybody like really salted popcorn. So this thing is probably around like 8 feet long. It has 2 limbs. It is its front 2 limbs. They are not clawed. They are very like, they're incredibly Pomeranian paw pad situations for its like front feet. When its mouth is closed, it just looks like an albino Pomeranian. Its fur is very matted with the salt, but otherwise, it's quite large. And it is like slowly like circling around like the area. Like, imagine what would happen. Its growl sounds almost like a rattlesnake's rattle. But I'm gonna start it off by it's gonna lunge at you, so you don't have to like feel bad about attacking it first or anything, because it is going to. Yeah, it does. It sinks its fangs into Tallalli's arm. It deals 2 damage to you, Tlalli, but the worst part of it is like you definitely feel poisoned from that.
Well, that's rude. Can I try to petrify it?
Oh yeah.
I haven't used this in forever, so let me look at it.
And the last time you used it, it went really well.
Okay, I think I have to roll a d20.
What's it say on Petrify? Oh, there we are.
Oh,
Yep, okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, how do you petrify it?
Oh, its fangs are in my arm at the moment, so I'm just gonna grab its fucking face.
Just like grab its face, is like you see it in a moment of like and then it completely turns into stone, like stone all the way down. It's not gonna fall. It's not a threat of falling over and breaking or anything like that. And the rest of them just like look at you, Tlalli. And then like they just kind of like shrink down. I'm gonna say there's definitely more than just the 3 of them. So like there is a full pack that is probably around like 13, counting the one that you petrified. It'll unpetrify in a minute, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, that wins the fight for it. Trust me. When it comes back out of it, it does not want to fight you. So yeah, you see all these snake things like come out and like do like their purring sounds a lot like a rattlesnake rattle.
My pack now.
So yeah, yep. Absolutely. Yeah, you have a pack of fucking salt wolves, which are somewhere between cats, They honestly look like weird versions of the Tatzelworm, if I'm to be honest. Like you definitely. And Clem, I think as like they wander over, they rub their heads against you guys' legs now that they've accepted you all as like, oh no, you're part of her pack. That means you're part of our pack.
Aw.
So
I
like,
mean, if you can.
yeah, absolutely. You can pet him if you want to, for sure.
No, he's petting him for sure. He's like, oh, man, he's excited. He's giving.
Oh god, they love it. They're so happy. It's just like tails shaking back and forth.
Such cute puppies.
Yeah, fluff, fluff. Using both hands.
One of them becomes a steed for Quee.
You have
Nice.
given me too much power this day. She is ecstatic. She is stroking his fur, ruffling his ears, telling him who is the goodest boy, who's the bestest, who's the fluffiest and the saltiest.
Oh my god, I'm the goodest boy. I'm the goodest boy. Like, but then there's definitely the one that you might call the scholar of the team that looks at Tlalli and then's like looking at the statue and then looks at Tlalli and then looks at the statue.
You got something to say?
It just purrs and rubs its head up against your leg.
Okay.
Just stares at the stone one for a minute.
That's what I thought.
Just like, nope. So, I don't know if any of you have speak with animals, but you can. They are smart enough that if you ask them something, they can generally get it.
Mm.
Will you actually be my friend? I don't have speak with animals, by the way. She just desperately wants it to actually continue to be her friend.
Oh, like I think like, if you wanted to, like it barks a couple of times and like hops around, which looks adorable because its paws are not strong enough to lift the back of it, but just the front of it as little hops.
Oh, baby!
So cute.
I'm gonna knit you a magical, beautiful collar and sweater, if you want it, of course.
It wants whatever you want to give it.
Excellent.
But yeah, so Avant-Garde's just like, people were scared of these. Tlalli, you, the poison does finally, like, hit you, and it takes another 2 HP away from you, but, you might want to cure that. Like, does anybody have any way to cure Tallalli's poison?
I'm gonna lick my wound.
I mean, does anyone know how to make anti-venom? Because we have them and we can extract venom from them, but I don't know if anyone knows how to make anti-venom.
None of you are doctors.
Mm-mm.
We're really better at breaking things.
Would I be able to like call Cash and be like, "Hey, brother, how do you make anti-venom?" But no.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, because my brother's a doctor. Clementine says.
We'll quickly get Tlalli back to the We'll put Tlalli in bed.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a lot of time at doctors' offices these last couple of games. Like Frog and Tlalli both just licking the wound, trying to figure out like why just Tlalli's not getting any better and Frog just keeps getting sicker.
Aww.
Wait, doesn't
Yeah, like,
snail have some healing properties?
Oh yeah.
Snail had something weird.
What has healing properties?
Doesn't snail have healing properties or something? Snail had something weird.
Oh shit, Snail does have Snail can heal you. I think Snail can definitely he will definitely get yes. That little dude can do like a healing thing. Where did I put him? There he is. But yeah, Clem, roll me 2 20-siders. One for you and one for Cash, as like over the communicator, Cash walks you step by step how to make anti-venom.
Okay, and before they left, he would have asked one of the salt wolves if he could like extract some of their venom. So he would have got like a little vial and everything, and just have some in a vial.
Oh, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna guess the wolves are actually in here with us.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
take one from my good friend.
Oh God!
Oh.
Oh,
Oof, okay.
oh God! Maybe I did it. Or maybe it's cold.
I trust you.
I'm so sorry.
That one is wild. Okay.
Oh no!
Yiketh.
Oof!
Do
Okay.
I have anything?
What happened? What?
The only thing we could make it a 1 and a 20 is the only thing that we could really do, because we can't affect the 1.
Yeah.
But, so what went wrong, Clem?
I mean, maybe the connection kind of cut out for a bit, so I missed some of the instructions. So, like, when I was maybe mixing and putting together, I probably missed something very, very important and probably portioned it wrong. So, I didn't make anti-venom. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
It's just way too strong.
Yeah, like maybe I accidentally made it to. I didn't do the step that actually made it anti-venom, so I just made more venom.
Oh.
Or I made something that's
I'm trying
maybe not like
so
maybe
hard.
maybe.
I don't want to make another werewolf.
Oh.
I'm trying so hard to not just like have you and like, yeah, it's like make Tlalli part axolotl, part weird raven mask, evil raven mask, and part salt wolf.
Come on,
like,
do
maybe
it.
Maybe it's half of
Yeah, it's like, we want Tlalli to lose her legs and become like Lamia style.
Yes,
Oh,
we
Lord.
do.
Yes, alright, absolutely.
Okay,
for sure. That is what happens. That is what the 1 does. Like, Tlalli, you have 4 fangs, and you are venomous now.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm
You
both
also
frightened and excited.
are no longer 3 feet tall. We basically have Tlalli's like chest up remains the same, but you are 8 feet tall if you stand on the tip of your tail.
Good lord.
Oh, nice.
Wow. I was like, did that work?
I mean, it did something.
He's like, I'm gonna have to ask Cash how to do this again, but make sure I'm doing it right next time.
I mean, you're not dead,
avant-garde
so...
It's like, it was effective, but I feel
Right?
like I made some errors.
I mean,
It's like, I'm
Not
glad you're
dead.
okay. Yeah, I'm glad you're okay.
You guys hear knock knock on the door. I hope everyone's decent, and it like turns around. It's avant-garde turns around and sees like Tallalli as Maxolotl. He's like, oh, and he like looks at the he was bringing you in custom-made roller skates for you.
oh.
He's just like, oh. And he throws this away, and he just hands you the get well soon card that he made. It's very pretty, but
Maybe you could make them a nice tail warmer instead.
Mm-hmm. Tailscape?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
and it's just like, are you okay? Is this? We should probably get you to a doctor.
Eh.
You're like, I've had worse.
Yeah.
Clementine's still very confused.
The bird thing was a lot worse. You know how it is to have like 20 birds in your head all the time? They don't shut the fuck up.
Oh.
This thing.
Oh
this
my
thing's
god,
fun.
nods. He's just like, I have heard birds are like the worst kind of animal to listen to. Second worst kind of animal to listen to. I've heard communicating with ants is very tiresome.
Ants aren't technically animals. Just saying.
Are we saying insects aren't animals?
I mean, technically, it's a different thing.
I think it's insects still count as animals.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Fucking canonically, ants, not Valentina's ants. If you ever speak to animals near ants, they you hear them, but all they are doing is counting. Every single one of them in unison since the dawn
What are
of
they-
time. That's
What are they counting?
oh my god,
I'd
just
like to
shrugs. Oh,
Oh, okay. I wonder what number they're at now. Huh.
how many seconds has the universe been around?
Oh, maybe they're
Alright.
counting time.
Gazillion.
She's like, Avant-Garde just looks at Clem, she's like, maybe they're counting time.
Mhm.
And he like, thinks about it, he's like, that makes an odd amount of sense.
So does that mean they pick up, like, do they have a hive mind? Like, they pick up where the last one left off when they're born? Or do they just start from one the second they are born?
They all say the same number in unison. I think the numbers are so long at this point that it takes an hour to hear one number.
Lord.
Oh.
That seems excessive.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't. Interesting.
I don't know how we got on ants, but here we are. Tlalli, you tall.
Yeah.
Tall lolly.
Oh,
Ah, we've got Tallalli, Tlalli.
You guys have just done net positives across, like, you guys completed all the things for this fucking town.
Hell yeah.
Like, like that is basically, that is the end of this game with, like, a herd of, a pack of, salt wolves following around Tallalli, except for one of them follows, Kui around.
Yay.
We know that, we probably shouldn't do medicine via telephone.
yeah, it was risky. Maybe next time I'm gonna write some things down.
Hey, you
Bring
tried,
index
and that's what
cards with
matters.
some notes.
Yeah, bring some books. Actually, like Cash has some books I can borrow. I'm gonna write down some things I might need for next time.
Oh man, Clem's medicine arc begins.
It's like I've helped the doctor once. Maybe I can be a little bit more helpful on the field.
Season 5, Clem comes back, just all doctor class.
I mean, I do like the naturalist class.
Oh yeah, I'm completely kidding.
Yeah, no, me
so-
too, but like.
Let me real quick recap, but this is basically, like, the recap is me saying how we fixed this town, or helped the town. Fixed is a strong word, but it was broken. We started with, we fixed we set them up with salt mills so they can mill and sell their salt. We rebuilt their gardens, and in the process of rebuilding their gardens, unearthed an ancient artifact of, what was the name, Clem?
I'm Atreus.
The Atreus?
Yes. Oh, I can spell it out.
Nice. Alright, thank you. We have a statue of, like, one of the founders of the outpost, which is Atreus, like a huge, like, we know that there are sea snail people, not just snail people like the snailsmen, where there are full-on sea snails people. and that's a big old lighthouse, and it makes everybody in this town like feel like they know the sense of optimism is in this town ridiculously, which that all like does make a lot of sense. Like Tlalli got like bit by a salt wolf, and instead of worrying about it or anything, like it'll be fine. Like Tallalli's already like that, but it's even more so. And then Clem's just like, I think this will work, and everybody heard it. Like Clem was so sure it was gonna work. I was like, yeah, this will work. Like I can do this. We can make this post. And then just like,
my brother.
It felt like, I think in that moment, Clem, it felt like a grain of sand in your food. Like you were feeling great. They were so optimistic, and then the second you failed at it, it was like, oh no. But then Tlalli immediately turns into Tallalli, and it's just like, all right. And then it's like goes back to just being fun again.
Yeah. It's like,
there was definitely that moment. Like we went pond diving for fish shells that once these creatures die, their shells start like making a vibrant purple that we can use as dye. We found the greatest one of those as well, absolutely beautiful, and we are repainting Turmeric's outpost in a million shades of purple that makes everybody feel really welcome and really like, again, things are gonna get better. Things are good. Mm-hmm. Then we uncovered an ancient aqueduct that, upon drinking the water from it that smells slightly of turmeric, Kui begins like having a background music played by a violin at all times.
Just constant theme music.
Constant theme music. Like Rosie fucking doing stunts, giving many of both of Talali's pets roller skates, despite the fact that now Tlalli can't wear roller skates.
I mean, yeah.
I think this town's gonna have a really roller skating based culture.
Oh,
that'd be dope.
Like
salt dogs and roller skates.
Yeah,
that's roller skates.
I like that.
That sounds like an 80s movie, you know?
Salty dogs.
Almost like salt dogs and roller skates on right after Three Ninjas Kick Back.
Good cartoon.
Salt dogs does sound like food item. Oh yeah, we made the gardens. So we have our potatoes that are the size of bowling balls, have skin as thick as a normal potato skin, but is very hard, and we can fry it up like potato chips very easily. But also you can just bake those, open them, and eat them, or fry them. Like, we have a million potato situations, and I'm starving now. Thanks.
Yeah. Very versatile potato. The ultimate potato.
And we massively increased their trade by inventing the star fruit that is a delicacy everywhere. It's just absolutely, and you four at least have one of them that you can just say that you eat whenever you want to, and we can decide what that does.
Ooh. Nice.
And
can I name my
we
dog
found the water. Yeah, absolutely. You can name your dog Saline.
That's real nice. I like that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good name.
And then, and it ended with Tlalli taking over a pack of salt wolves, which turned out to be about like Pomeranian upper torso put onto a boa constrictor. And they're just really long and covered in salt, and they are white like salt.
They're precious and the goodest of boys.
They are amazing. Every Pomeranian I've ever known is named Precious, except for one that was named Teddy. But Tlalli got bit and was poisoned by a salt dog, and Clem took the venom of another one, and with the help of Cash, created what they thought was an anti-venom, but was basically salt wolf growth hormone.
I didn't mix it correctly. Well, my ratios were off.
The ratios were off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did have a Pomeranian named Sassy. Sassy's it's Sassy and Precious. That's everything that people name Pomeranians. I'm convinced. But then, and now we have Tlalli, who is significantly more Lamia in nature than she was a couple of minutes ago. So yeah. That's it for me. I am out of game. You guys did it all very quickly. As far as anything else, we've got a game tomorrow at 5. It is the Valentine's special. It is going to be ridiculous. You all will be speed dating. If you want to show up, please show up. It's gonna we're gonna randomly pull 2 of you up on the stage, and sometimes it won't be 2 of you. Sometimes it's gonna be me as an NPC. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be ridiculous. We've got an extra card group for it. Thank you guys for your support. Anything else? It will be a good time. And you 4 did amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
As always, it's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Always a good time.
We're gonna hack off, and we will see y'all tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Bye-bye.
Bye forever.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
In the celestial sea where stars align, Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew a beacon of light, for work to unravel secrets entwined. Care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history. Now our secrets to keep. Siren with feathers adorned seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renick the brain with numbers and might, 4 arms, 4 eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history. Now our secrets to keep. And Caster, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse.